Good day, YouTube. Today is Sunday, July 2nd, 2017. It's a beautiful day outside. It's probably 75 to 80 degrees out. Beautiful blue skies. It was a very nice day all day today and yesterday. I spent a little bit of time today working on the 1964 Cushman Scotsman Golf Cart. And I thought I would just do a little update video, and here's what we've got going on. So far, it's been real hit and miss working on this. I got a pretty busy summer, lots of little projects going on, a lot of irons in the fire. So as you recall, this is the one I rebuilt the engine on this winter, and she does start and run good. I got the switches kind of hanging here. Let's hit the button, see what happens. Let's run it just a minute. So I think the engine's sorted. I think we're okay there. I got the rear tires mounted today. I was lucky enough to find the little wheelie hubcaps. I got two for the rear, and then we got the single wheel up front. And how I dealt with this on the last one of these I did is I took the hubcap, there's one over here on the bench, and drilled the center out with a step bit, and till it was big enough where the axle would go through it, and then slid that on this side before I put it on, and then put one on the other side. So the front wheel actually gets one on both sides. Obviously I haven't even pulled that one off and soaked it out and cleaned the wheel up and all that. Still got the old tire on it. So that's definitely going up. I also cut and fit the floorboard today, just out of a piece of plywood that I had laying around. I even cut the angle right so it was a nice tight fit. And then the other day I acquired this kick drum pedal, and I'm going to mount it in here. Probably cut this short linkage off and just build a bar that goes up and attaches loosely, probably to here. Might have to have a slotted hole in it so that it moves a little bit. I don't know, I'll have to figure that out just a little bit. Play around with that. It's going to take a couple hours of fiddling to get that dialed in, but I thought that would make a really cool gas pedal. Sit somewhere in there. Something like that. Still got some of the original brackets on it, but I'm sure it's not going to do me any good. So we are making progress to this thing. One of these days I'm going to have to just get up early, take this thing outside and get it wire brushed, sanded down. I've got some of that rust converter to put in these various places. I still got some body work to do. This thing ain't going to be perfect. I don't really care that it's perfect. It's going to be more utility and a lot of fun. And I don't really want to worry about if somebody wants to borrow it and bring it back with a scratch in it. It's just going to be painted with Rust-Oleum. I'll fix it. I'll touch it up. We'll do something. It did have aluminum bumpers laying up there against the wall, and it was painted blue. But I'm going to strip the paint off of that. Probably just give it a wire brush finish. I played with it just a little bit so you can see what it might look like. We'll get all that paint off of there if that'll focus. So that's kind of the update. I think I cut, this is the back rest, which mounts, can you see those holes? Like this. So that's the back rest. I think I cut the plywood for the front seat and the back rest already. I gotta scrounge around here and see what I did with it. Pull a few of these nasties out and get that thing prepped and painted. My upholstery machine is upstairs in my barn, and in the summertime it's not very pleasant to work up there in the middle of the day, so that is definitely morning type tasks. So it's going to take quite a little bit to sew this stuff, so it could be like, a couple hours, a couple weekend mornings, and get the seat bottom done. I don't have the foam. It's really expensive to buy that stuff at like Joann's Fabric, so I want to buy that on eBay And I'm thinking to do white seats, and I think I should stretch my upholstery ability instead of making a very simple, just a box, flat with boxing around it. I think I'll step out and at least do, sew some stripes in it and put an edge around the top or something like that. So it'll have lines going forward except for maybe 3 inches around, and make that flat surface and then boxing around that and just sew a nice seam in it, probably 2-inch foam front and back. I think that's what I'll do, just make it all white. I'm still not dialed in on the color yet. White or red or a combination of the two is still on my mind. Obviously that's why I did the wheels that way, but there's a chance that I'll come up against the last one of these that I did, and it was all red with a red and white Sunbrella top, etc. The same wheels, same hubcaps and all that. So I want to do this one a little different, and we'll see how that goes. So that's my update on the 64 Cushman Scotsman Golf Cart. I think I'll wait till I get a lot of ambition to tackle the bodywork. Might start the upholstery soon. I have a lot of other projects. Earlier today I pulled the carburetor off the 8 horsepower Montgomery Ward's tractor. I threw it in the carburetor tank, so in the morning I'll drag that out of the tank and reassemble the carburetor and see if that little boy will run. That would be fun. Other than that, this is a 4th of July weekend. I have taken tomorrow off, and Tuesday is a holiday. So today's Sunday, I took Monday, and Tuesday's a holiday. So last 4-day weekend I'll see for a long time. So I'm just having fun in the shop, doing little projects. I think I'm going to call it a day. And thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll catch you on the next one.